Good morning, students. Today onwards, we will discuss one mark questions in all 10 chapters. Today, we will discuss one mark questions in the chapter Relations and Functions. Students, listen the class carefully. After this class, I will post all the questions and answers in your WhatsApp group. Please write down in separate notes. It will be useful for final examination. Okay. In relations and functions, the first question is define reflexive relation. Define reflexive relation. So, what is meant by a reflexive relation? A relation, capital R, on a set, capital A, is said to be reflexive if the ordered pair A comma A belongs to R. For every A belongs to capital A. This is the definition for reflexive relation. I will give a simple example. If you take the set 1, 2, 3, the set contains 3 elements. If it is reflexive, then if you take the element 1, then the pair will be 1 comma 1. If you take element 2, the pair will be 2 comma 2. The both values should be same in the reflexive relation. If you take 3 the element, then the pair will be 3 comma 3. So, what are the elements which are present in the set? If you take the element 1, then the pair will be 1 comma 1. If you take 2, 2 comma 2. If you take 3, 3 comma 3. This pairs belongs to the relation R. That relation is called reflexive relation. That is the first question in this chapter. Okay. Then we'll go with the second question. Second question is symmetric relation. What is meant by symmetric relation? A relation, capital R, on a set, capital A, is said to be symmetric. Said to be symmetric if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. This is the condition for symmetric relation. A relation R on a set capital A is said to be symmetric if we take a pair A comma B in the relation, then the reverse of this pair is B comma A also in the relation R. That is called symmetric relation. For every A comma B belongs to R, it has to satisfy every pair which is present in the relation. That is symmetric relation. Next, coming to the third one, transitive relation. A relation R on a set capital A is said to be transitive. Said to be transitive if A comma B comma B comma C, these two values should be equal, belongs to R, then A comma C also belongs to R, then it is called transitive relation for every AB comma BC. It has to satisfy for all possible pairs A comma B, B comma C. This is a definition for transitive relation. If AB comma BC belongs to R, then AC also belongs to R. That relation is called transitive relation. So the first question is reflexive relation, and the second one is symmetric relation, and third one is transitive relation. Next, fourth question. See the fourth question. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. Symmetric ಆಗಬೇಕು, transitive ಆಗಬೇಕು, but not reflexive. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric, transitive but not reflexive. Okay. If I am taking the set A is 1, 2, 3 and the relation R is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. See, observe this relation. If you take the element 1, the pair will be 1 comma 1. If you take the element 2, the pair will be 2 comma 2. But if you take element 3, the pair will be 3 comma 3. 3 comma 3 is not there in this, so it is not reflexive. Okay. We will check it is symmetric or not. If you take the pair 1 comma 2, the reverse of this pair will be 2 comma 1, that is there in this relation, so it is symmetric. We will check it is transitive or not. If you take 1 2 2 1, the resultant pair will be 1 1, so 1 1 is there in the relation R. If you take 2 1 1 2, the resultant pair is 2 2, 2 2 also is there in the relation R. So therefore, this is the example of a relation which is symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. That is the answer for the question number 4. Okay. Next. Fifth question. A set is given 1, 2, 3. A relation is given 1 1, 1 2, 3 3. Is not symmetric. Why? That is a question. It is not symmetric. Why? This is a question. See the answer. What is the symmetric definition? If A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. So here I am taking 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is there in the relation R. The reverse of this 1 comma 2 will be 2 comma 1. But 2 comma 1 is there, not there in the relation R. Therefore, R is not symmetric. This is question, this is answer. Okay. Next. Sixth question. Give an example of a relation. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric only. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric only. Okay, we will discuss. For example, I am taking set A is 1, 2, 3. Set contains 3 elements. I am taking the relation R, that is 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. It is symmetric or not? Yes, because if you take the pair 1 comma 2 in the relation, the reverse of this pair will be 2 comma 1. If you take 2 comma 1 in the relation, the reverse of 2 comma 1 is 1 comma 2. So this is the example of a relation which is symmetric only. Next, 7th question. See the 7th question. Give an example of a relation which is reflexive and symmetric. Reflexive and symmetric, but not transitive. Reflexive and symmetric, but not transitive. We need to give an example. Okay, listen. I am taking set A equals to 1, 2, 3. And relation is, it is reflexive, so 1, 1 should be there, 2, 2 should be there, 3, 3 should be there. Next, symmetric. If you take 1, 2, then the reverse is 2, 1. If you take 1, 3, the reverse is 3, 1. See, I took this example. This is reflexive because 1, 1 is there, 2, 2 is there, 3, 3 is there. It is symmetric because if you take pair 1 comma 2, the reverse will be 2 comma 1. If you take 1 comma 3 and the reverse will be 3 comma 1. But it is not transitive. Why it is not transitive? If you take the pair 2 comma 1, 1 comma 3, both are in the relation R, that implies the resultant pair 2 comma 3 does not belongs to R. Therefore, R is not transitive. So, this is the example of a relation which is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Students, first listen the class carefully. So after that, I will post all the questions. Totally 25 questions are there. I will post these 25 questions with answers in your WhatsApp group. So please write down these questions in a separate book. If you write in separate book, it is useful for final exam preparation. No need to search in your classwork notes. That's why you maintain a separate book for this 1 mark questions. Okay. Next, 8th question. 8th question is, give an example of a relation which is symmetric, transitive, but not reflexive. Symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. Okay. For example, I am taking the set 1, 2, 3. So I am taking the relation R equals to 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. This is an example for a relation which is symmetric, transitive but not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Why? Because 3 belongs to the given set, then pair 3 comma 3 is not there. 3 comma 3 is not there in this relation, that's why it is not reflexive. It is symmetric, yes, because if you take the pair 1 comma 2, its reciprocal reverse value is 2 comma 1, that is also there in the relation. So it is symmetric. It is transitive, yes, because if you take the pair 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, then the resultant pair will be 1 comma 1, that 1 comma 1 is there in this relation. So this is the example of a relation which is symmetric, transitive but not reflexive. 9th question. Give an example of a relation which is reflexive, transitive, but not symmetric. So reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. Okay. Solution. So here I am taking set is equal to real numbers. To define a relation, compulsory set we required. And relation is A comma B such that A less than or equals to B, or equals to A comma B such that A less than or equals to B. It is reflexive, transitive, but not symmetric. Why? Because to check the reflexive condition, we need to write both values are same. Therefore, the condition is A less than or equals to A. This statement is true. Therefore, A comma A belongs to R. If A comma A belongs to R means R is which relation? Reflexive relation. Next, I will check symmetric. What is symmetric condition? Let A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. What is A comma B meaning? A less than or equals to B. But B is not A less than or equals to A. Therefore, B comma A does not belongs to R. If does not belongs to R means it is not a symmetric relation. It is transitive or not, we will check it. To check the transitive relation, we need to take A comma B, B comma C belongs to R. A comma B meaning is A less than or equals to B, B comma C meaning is B less than or equals to C. So from these two, we can write A less than or equals to C. A less than or equals to C means A comma C belongs to R, then R is transitive. So this is the example of a relation which is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. But in exam you need to write only set and relation. No need to prove because it is 1 mark question for understanding purpose. If you want to check it, it is reflexive or not, symmetric or not, transitive or not, you need to try the solution in rough. Okay, but in exam you need to write only what is the set we are taking and what is the relation we are taking, that is important. Next, 10th question. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Give an example of a relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Okay. I will take the set 1, 2, 3 and I am taking the relation 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. One more pair I am taking. 2, 3, 3, 2. Enough. Okay. We will check it. It is reflexive or not. If you take 1, 1 comma 1 is there. If you take 2, 2 comma 2 is there. But if you take 3, 3 comma 3 is not there in this relation. So it is not reflexive. It is symmetric or not. If you take the pair 1 comma 2, reverse is 2 comma 1. If you take 2 comma 3, the reverse will be 3 comma 2. It is symmetric. Next we will discuss it is transitive or not. It is not transitive. Why? Because if you take the pair 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3. If you take the pairs 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, the resultant pair will be 1 comma 3. That 1 comma 3 is not there in this relation. So this is an example of a relation which is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. That is question number 10. Next, we will discuss question number 11. Give an example of a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Give an example of a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Okay. So I am taking set is real numbers. And relation is A comma B such that A less than B. This is a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. We will check it. First I am checking the reflexive. In reflexive both values should be same. A less than A. This condition is false. If this condition is false in the sense A comma A does not belongs to R. If A comma A does not belongs to R, it is not a reflexive relation. I will verify symmetric. Let A comma B belongs to R. That implies A less than B. But B is not A less than A. Therefore, B comma A does not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not symmetric. We will verify it is transitive or not. For transitive, we need to take the two pairs AB, BC. What is the meaning of AB? A less than B. What is the meaning of B comma C? B less than C. From these two we can write A less than C. A less than C means A comma C belongs to R. If A comma C belongs to R in the sense, that is transitive relation. So this is the example of a relation which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. But in exam no need to prove this, just we need to write the set and relation. That is enough in examination. Okay. Next, we will discuss question number 12. See, what is question number 12? They given the set A 1 2 3. They given the relation R 1 1 2 2 3 3 1 2 2 3 is not transitive. Why? What is the reason? That is the question. The set is given, relation is given, this relation is not transitive. Why? Okay. We will prove why it is not transitive. For verify the transitive relation, we need to take two pairs. So I am taking these two pairs 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3. These two values must and should same belongs to R. If 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 belongs to R, then the resultant pair will be 1 comma 3, but 1 comma 3 not there in this relation. Therefore, R is not transitive. That is answer for question number 12. 13th. Give an example of a relation which is reflexive but not symmetric. Give an example of a relation which is reflexive but not symmetric. Okay, solution. A equals to 1 comma 2, R equals to 1 1, 2 2, 1 2. It is reflexive. Why? Because if you take the first element 1, then pair will be 1 comma 1. If you take the second element 2, then pair will be 2 comma 2. These both are there in the relation R, so it is reflexive. But it is not symmetric. Why? Because if 1 comma 2 is there in the relation R, but the reverse of 1 comma 2 is 2 comma 1, but 2 comma 1 is not there in the relation R, therefore it is reflexive but not symmetric. Next. So these are the 13th questions based on reflexive, symmetric and transitive. We have one more definition, that is equivalence relation. What is meant by equivalence relation? A relation R on a set capital A is equivalence, then R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. I am not explaining because that is very easy definition. Equivalence means it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, that is equivalence relation. Next, from 14th question, define 1 1 function. Define 1 1 function. It is having one more name, that is injective. Define 1 1 function. It is having one more name, that is injective. What is meant by injective function? A function f from A to B is 1 1. A function f from A to B is 1 1, then different elements in A, different elements in A having different images in B, different elements in A having different images in B, that is the definition of 1 1 function. Different elements in A having different images in B, that is 1 1 function. So we have one more definition for 1 1 function. Suppose f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That implies x1 is equal to x2 for all x1, x2 belongs to the set A. This is also the definition for 1 1 functions, but you try to write the first definition only. One more definition also is there. If x1 is not equals to x2, then f of x1 is not equals to f of x2 for all x1 and x2 belongs to A. These three are the definitions for 1 1 function. Okay. So 14 questions completed. Okay, next. 15th question. Define onto function. It is also called as surjective. Define onto function. It is also called as surjective. What is onto? If f from A to B is onto, then every element in set B having at least one pre-image in set A, every element in set B having at least one pre-image in set A, that is called onto function. So we have one more definition. If f from A to B is onto, then codomain is equal to range. If codomain and range both are equal, that is also considered as onto function. So we have one more definition for onto. If f from A to B is onto, then for each B belongs to capital B, there exists small a belongs to capital A such that f of A is equal to B. In these three definitions are for onto function. Okay. Next, 16. Define bijective function. Define bijective function. Bijective function is very easy. A function which is both one and onto, that is called bijective. A function f is both one and onto, is called bijective function. It is very important definition. That is question number 16. Next, 17th question. They given the set A equals to 1, 2, 3. The question is find number of 1 functions from set A to itself. Find the number of 1 functions from A to itself. So this set contains 3 elements. What is the formula for number of 1 functions from set A to itself? That is equal to n factorial. N means the number of elements in the set. Here how many elements are there in the set? 3 elements. Therefore 3 factorial. 3 factorial, that is nothing but answer 6 is the correct one for this question. So up to 17 the questions are based on functions. Next we will discuss question number 18 onwards, binary operations. Define binary operation. Define binary operation on a set. Let capital A is non-empty set. Consider the function. Consider the function star maps A cross A to A defined by star of A comma B is equal to A star B, where this A comma B belongs to the given set A, then star is called binary operation. Either star can be written as a positive plus or minus or into or divided by. If A comma B belongs to the given set, then A star B also belongs to the same set, then star is called binary operation. This star is a function from A cross A to A defined by star of A comma B equals to A star B. If you take plus, A plus B. If you take minus, A minus B. If you take into, A into B. If you take divided by, A by B. This is a definition for binary operation. Next, 19th question. The given A star B is equal to A power B for all A B belongs to Z plus. Z plus means positive integers. So we need to verify it is binary operations or not. So it is binary operation, because if you take the element 2 and 3, 2 power 3, 8. 8 is a positive integer. If you take 1 and 2, 1 power 2, that is nothing but 1. 1 is also positive integer. Means it is satisfying the condition for all positive integers. Therefore, what we can write for all values, for every A comma B belongs to Z plus, then A star B also belongs to Z plus, then star is binary operation on Z plus. It is satisfying for all positive integers. Next, question number 20. These all questions are like this only. Then A star B is equal to LCM of A and B. Then find 20 star 16. That is the question. If A star B equals to LCM of A and B, then find the value of 20 star 16. Solution. 20 star 16 can be written as LCM of 20 and 16. What is LCM of 20 and 16? If you take 4 table, 4 5 jars, 4 4 jars. Then 4 5 jars 20, 24 jars 80. Therefore, 20 star 16 is equal to, answer will be 80. That is for question number 20. Next we will discuss question number 21. A star B is equal to AB by 4, where A comma B belongs to Q. Find the identity element. What is the condition for identity element? A star E is equal to E star A is equal to A. This is condition for identity element. A star E I can write AE by 4. E star A I can write EA by 4. That is equal to A. You take the first and last. AE by 4 is equal to A. AA gets cancelled. E by 4 equals to 1. Then E equals to 4. This is the identity. Next 22. A star B equals to AB plus 1 for all AB belongs to Q. Verify commutative. It is commutative or not, we need to verify. First I am finding A star B. A star B value is AB plus 1. Next I will find B star A. B star A value is BA plus 1. This AB plus 1 and BA plus 1 both are same. Therefore, A star B is equal to B star A. Then star is commutative on what is the given set? Q. Okay. Next 23. A star B is equal to modulus of A minus B, where A comma B belongs to Z plus. We need to verify it is binary operation or not. See here, what is the symbol mod? Mod means it gives positive values. Positive values means that all is compulsory positive integers. So if you take any numbers of A and B, the resultant answer is positive only because modulus symbol is there. Therefore, what we can write, for every A comma B belongs to Z plus, then A star B value also Z plus. Why? Because mod is there. Then star is binary operation on Z plus. That is question number 23. Next 24. A star B equals to A comma B belongs to Z plus. So here Z plus means what? Positive numbers. If you take 2, 3, answer 2. 3, 4, answer 3. 4, 5, answer 4. So it is satisfying for all positive integers. Therefore, for every A comma B belongs to Z plus, then A star B value also belongs to Z plus. Then star is binary operation on Z plus. Next 25th, last question. A star B equals to AB square, then A comma B belongs to R. It is also, R means what? Real numbers. If in place of A and B, if I take any value, the resultant value also a real number. That's why what we can write, for every A comma B belongs to R, then A star B also belongs to R. Therefore, star is binary operation on R. So students, so these are the maximum questions we covered for 1 mark in this chapter, relations and functions. One more question if you want to add, you add that question, that is equivalence relation. What is equivalence relation? A relation R on a set capital A is equivalence. It is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay. So next video we will discuss one more chapter, 1 mark questions. Thank you. You need to practice these questions and write down these questions in your separate notebook. Okay.